My presentation is about communication and outreach. And Geodesy is very often, especially to people outside of Geodesy, not very visible. It's maybe like this, you cannot really see it. But GGOS want with the several initiatives and things what we are doing to highlight it and make it more visible. So make it clearer for the people. And in the next slides, I want to give you first an overview what we have done in the last years in this regards. So we have several, we had several topics and several things which we have done. The first is, of course, the website. We developed the website. We had the idea in 2019-20 to do this and published a new website in 2020, end of 2020, and also included then, which was new in 2021, these easy understandable descriptions of products and observation. Yes, and we have also seen it, you can see it on the right bottom sides, the numbers of visitors of the website, and that increased from about 1,000 visitors a month to now to 6 to maximum of 8,000. So there's, we can see that the people are using the website and also the product and observation descriptions. Then we have also our presence at social media, beginning with Twitter and then also with our GGOS newsletter. And it's just a mailing list, and then also with LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook in 2021. And we can also see here a big increase on some platforms, especially on LinkedIn, but also Twitter. X is quite good, and also on YouTube due to our films which we published. And we have also, as it was also already shown, some social media campaigns to promote, for example, scientific sessions, like here for the HU. Sorry. Then we had also presentations of GGOS, IAG, and Geodesy in general at booths. We had two at the Geo Week in 2016 and 17. First was in St. Petersburg, the other was in Washington. I think this was also very successful. But last year we had also this IAG GGOS booth at the IOGG General Assembly in Berlin, which was really good. And we got a lot of response from people outside of geodesy, so from the other geosciences. And they were very, they liked it very much that we presented also geodesy there. Yes, then we produced these two main films. First, Discover GGOS and Geodesy, which had 22,000 views, which is amazing. And also we have translated it into 14 languages. Also, many thanks to all contributors or made it or have done it as on a voluntary basis. And the second was about the terrestrial reference frame, which attract much more people. So we have the 43,000 views, and also translated in 12 languages. And then we had, as it was already said by Detlef, we also in short version produced together with the UN GGCE this year, which is mainly in English, but we have also subtitles in 16 languages. And there we have 3,000 views. And yes, one slide I have also here for the collaborations. It was also already mentioned, collaboration with the GGCE. The goals are here to exchange our outreach activities, then also to avoid duplications of efforts and also to working together in joint projects. And the second one is there's a closer cooperation between IAG and GGOS, as it was already mentioned by Daniela, that this IAG secretariat will be established. And it will be hosted by the BEV in Austria. And I think it's a great opportunity to have these outreach activities on in one country, on one organization. So the communication outreach branch from the IHE and the GGOS coordinating office. So what's coming next? What are the plans for the coming years? And as it was already mentioned here, we have the strategic plan and the implementation plan. And there we have several tasks for outreach and communication. And I want to go a little bit in detail in the coming slides. The first is the GGOS films. We also want to proceed it and want to create for once. So the plan is one film each year. And we had the idea of gravity and one film on gravity, one on hype system, and also other ideas are very welcome, which on which topic we can go forward for further films. So that it should be more on products, geodetic products. Then for social media, one big task for the future is also we want to unify the GGOS social media channels with the IHE channels, because it's too much work and it doesn't make really sense to have so much social media channels. So it's better to put them together. That is one task, and the other is that we want also to make specific social media campaigns promoting the geodetic product. So the plan is to have 4 products published there at the social media platforms every year. Another thing is that we want to produce fact sheets about the products and observation descriptions. So the descriptions are already available at the website, and we want to sum it up in one fact sheet. It's of course on the scientific and technical, or focus on the scientific and technical part, but where we so this is an example on another topic, not from Geodesy, but it should be look very good and give a good overview. And yes, we also plan to have four times a year to publish such fact sheets. And also from the website part, the website of GGOS is the presence is good. But we want to combine it with the IHE website, and we develop the IHE website new, make it in a similar design to the GGOS website now. And also this gives us also the advantage to have there a common event calendar, to have we want to have an enhanced mailing list there. And we would also like to have there a job platform for jobs related to every IHE component. Yes, and then in 2026-7, want to develop and publish then also this GGOS portal. I will give tomorrow another presentation about this GGOS portal, so then you get more information. Yes, another idea is, as we have these films, so another media to promote geodesy and the product, we have also the idea to create some geodesy cartoons. So really simple illustrations about geodesy to show geodesy in a different and also funny way. It should be an appetizer to bring geodesy closer to the people. So there are some examples. The left and the bottom one are created with ChatGPT, just a simple text. But we want to hire really people, professional illustrator, which will do this in hopefully a very good way to attract people. So the target groups here are also the more non-geodesists, geoscientists, and also young people. Maybe we could attract here also more students for geodesy. Yes, last but not least, I would also highlight on the IHE Scientific Assembly. We will have there a symposium on outreach, governance, education in geodesy, and there a session specific on communication, education, and outreach next year. So you're invited to submit an abstract on yes, teaching methods, outreach programs, case studies, and also collaborations with educators, policymakers, stakeholders, and so on. So if you or someone else want have something or have something in mind, please submit an abstract there. So it will start in November until March, the abstract submission. Yes, that's the end of my presentation. And I close with this slide. Let's make Geodesy more visible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Martin. Are there questions or comments from the room? I won't ask, or you can look online, I suppose, from there. No? Okay. Well, I think to kind of wrap up and summarize the session.
There's this question from the other guy from Jan's.
Yeah, let's go to that one.
So the question is, sorry for the connection issues. The question is, my name is Yertai. Would you be down to explain more about your collaboration and focus field with Kazakh's National Institute? The motivation of the question is, I myself from Kazakhstan and see developing the membership with IIG and IUGG, very promising, and plan to be building a network. I used to think that there is no collaboration at the moment, and now I learned there is some.
Okay, thank you for the question. I have to stay diplomatic. No, I explained it how it was, and what I can tell up to now. There was a Kazakh delegation, which from one nation institution, I cannot tell the name by heart. They visited BKG. They visited BKG already in Germany already 10 years ago, because they had a project on modernizing the reference frame in Kazakhstan. And by the chance, being in Germany, they visited also the UNGGC in Bonn, where we meet them the first time. We published the this hosting of this or the visit by this delegation, and some weeks later, because somebody from IDS service read this notice that we have been visited, approached us that they would be like install SLR in or SLR Doris station in Kazakhstan, so that we had a first point access the people, the representative from the Kazakhstan institution. Actually, when we wrote them, they answered, okay, we cannot decide. We have to go to our ministry, so that our center, the head of the center, Nick Brown, sent an official mail to the ministry in Kazakhstan, and now in this process. And I talked to the people from the national institution who said, okay, it is underway. We cannot say up to now, but it is in progress. So that we hope that at this point we could help by, at the end, if it is successful, install Doris beacon in Kazakhstan. And now maybe some addition from my side, maybe this is just a personal interpretation, because this is at first, it's you have to write the right people or the responsible people which are on the ministry then. When we approach them as a center, this is really on the level of the United Nations, but there may be financial issues, and maybe there are also some political issues if they would like to install the station, the beacon in Kazakhstan. But this is what we don't know. We just try to find the first connection, and when it is established and this is successful, then of course the people from IBS can negotiate with the right people. That means we are just there to start the partnership, start the connection. But if the colleague is from Kazakhstan, I cannot by heart tell the institution.
Yeah, just answered.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I think some of the takeaways from this session have been very clear that the way that GGOS is progressing with their communication and outreach is fast. And I'm a very strong believer that unless our science and our technical expertise is communicated effectively, the job is not yet done. So everybody in this room now has some pretty clear takeaways and calls to action. I think in every presentation there was a really strong theme of we want your help, and there's jobs that everyone in the room can take and do. I think the one iterated by Martin and Jose was to submit your abstracts, talk about what you're doing. People want to hear it. And we're not going to be able to get the support at those scientific style conferences unless we've got a good representation of the work that is happening in the GGOS community. To continue to communicate the importance of geodesy widely came out of Detlef's presentation where we're communicating and engaging very, very broadly. But again, it's the impact and the benefit and the stories that come out of why geodesy is important that seems to resonate with those people. From Jan, it is the call to everybody to contribute to that joint development plan. Please read it, please comment on it, please assign your actions and your activities, or go and talk to your representative and ask them to sign your member state up to commit to activity. From Julia, it's again encouraging the participation of ECS. I believe that everybody in this room has connections to early career scientists, whether you are one yourself or not, but you can encourage them to participate and get them to new places, introduce them to new people, and give feedback on what else that community could be doing. So I think Julia's call out was, what else can we be doing to help ECS come get involved? And then from Martin again was the call out for topics around what are the films and the cartoons, what are the topics that we could be talking about to get that engagement and communicate why we love geodesy so much, and how we can get other people involved in that too.